Very nice. Oh, fantastic piece. Yeah, very, very nice. I think you have a good idea of the tonality, of the feeling of the tonality. B minor. Yeah. What? Maybe you can tell me a bit what your idea of the character of this movement is.
We came up. Our final word was painful.
Painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's lots of humour in it as well. But generally, it's an undertone of pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think there's definitely very painful bits, which I would have wished for more pain from you, but I think B minor also has some dignity and some stillness to it. But yeah, definitely pain as well. Yeah. And where's the humor for you?
Yeah, I think that's quite funny. Towards the end of the sections, it kind of gives up that dignity a bit and kind of throws it away.
Yeah. What about the beginning?
The key, the key change.
Exactly.
It feels like slightly.
You feel D major, right? When she starts, the innocent ear would think we're in D major. And I was thinking maybe the first time you play it, you can, of course, the kind of shade of the piano shade is right, but maybe you could try a version the first time you play it, not in the repeat, that you really do play D major. And then only when the others come in and forte, it's this shock, okay, we're in B minor, really. So maybe you want to try that once, just the beginning. I think the D major one you could even play. It shouldn't be like happy or extroverted or something, but I don't know, maybe. Play once, and I play with you. So we're just to imagine this kind of D major scale, and let's try once more. And then maybe, innocent, no, in a way, for the D major. It's a very slight difference, I think. Yeah, I think that is something. And then versus the bar 5, the mellow version. Yeah, play once more. Maybe you can think of it as the D major a bit more vertical and then the B minor horizontal in kind of bow use. But I think you understand, and I understood that you. Then your upbeat and forte, you're kind of slowing it down. I think if you tried this kind of D major, the shock would be stronger if you don't make a fuss of it. And for me, dynamic-wise, it's a bit too weak. So I think you could try it once in tempo, and more in dynamic, more shocking. So
where was that, sorry?
Just your upbeat, your first upbeat to bar 3.
Bar 3,
sorry. Yeah, it's still, you do the leaning thing, which completely makes sense, but try once really pam-pa. Yeah, that was nice. I think now the B major version of the theme you played maybe a bit, for my taste, a bit too thick. Yeah, so you can keep the shady feeling that you had before. It was nice. Yeah, what's with this suddenly piano chord? Bum 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 bum. Bum, bum. I think with a bow you need to be more. You have a more matching, more common way of play ones from bar 5. And just the third beat of bar 7, have a look for your first violin, then you will play it together. Once more. The piano feels a bit, almost feels like it doesn't have really so much sound quality. And just still feel the dominant leading, but just I don't know what. Maybe a little bit more bow than you're using quite little bow now for it, I think. One more, same place. Yeah, nice chord. Okay, yeah, for me, yeah, it's a bit tricky. Like from 15 on, we have these chromatic things, which, for me, these chromatic falling things always, they mean pain. But it is, of course, in a not very clear context. It's not obviously painful, but I think there also with a bow you can find something a bit more meaningful for these. They feel a bit too easy going. I think chromatic falling scales always have something painful in them, and the rhetoric kind of meaning, and in classical music. Just about this piano chord again before in bar 8. Maybe try once to play again from 5 and just ignore the piano. Just play forte, because for me it's still not quite convincing. It doesn't really have, I don't know, maybe it should have humor or something theatrical. It's too much, okay, we're playing piano because it's written. So maybe play once, just forte, how it would be without, from bar 5, once more. Yeah, sorry, didn't sound very good. But I think the unison would then also have a stronger impact, I think. Try once more. And now let's try to make something more theatrical out of this piano. Maybe with a bit of timing. Take a bit more time before you. But don't be afraid of playing. Yeah, it's tricky, but yeah, one more try. And what you do now in bar 6 is you spoil a bit the subito forte. You're going. Is that a choice or?
Yeah, I guess kind of. Yeah, we'll try it out.
Yeah, and then also to kind of have, to characterize everything even more. I can hear that you feel all the differences, but I think it can be more obvious to the audience. Then we have the sequence, so that in bar 12, the charm that I know that you want, or the lightness and the major that I can hear that you want that, but you can bring that out more. So maybe also with the tiniest head of time that you can take yourself. Also, I hear that you want to make a difference when it, but I think you can take yourself a bit more freedom. Also with a bow to have more bow, to have more resonance when you want to open up in a more positive sound. You could go from the unison, bar 9. Nice. So we have the unison. It's the same, but so he repeats that. For me, it sounds a bit too much like an extra thing. So you can stay in that character. And now we start the sequence. And lighten up more. And maybe that's also about the accompaniment. To vary a bit the articulation. So you're doing something, but you can exaggerate it a bit more. Once more from the unison. For me, the unison, my choice would be to at least try it senza vibrato once, because I think you might get something more powerful from it. But for me, just the bow use is not very convincing right now. It's a bit, I don't know. Then you can still add vibrato, but find the darkness in the right hand maybe once. Just the unison. Try that once. I think you have a quite nice depth in the sound. It's nice that you don't accent it, but. Maybe try to go with this bow a bit. So I would go really to bar 11. So finish there. You don't need to make a big timing, but for me it feels like you're connecting all these things. Yeah. Okay. Bar 15. I think you can close a bit more, and then go into the chromatic. Feels also for me feels a bit too connected. And bar 13, I think it's just. He tries to swing himself up and okay, now try one. Here he finally goes and just can enjoy for one bar happiness. This feeling of trying this trying to swing yourself up, I could hear. I want to hear more. Also 2 bars, and then for me it feels a bit. Of course, he writes for you these breaks, but I think in the second violin viola you can accompany with a bit more line in mind or swing. feels a bit hiccupy. Yeah, try from the. No, let's just one last time from the unison. Very nice. I think also here to define the character from the moment that it changes. So bar 20, I think in the viola you can already sparkle, and also all these things that you have can be more fun. You can have fun playing those. And then with these kind of trills, it almost becomes silly. Nice. Yeah, let's go from. Yeah, and maybe this longer falling chromatic line can just get lost more. And then when you join, then it's nice that you just play the cadence properly. But I think you can get lost a bit in this. Go from middle of bar 15. Yeah, nice. What a crazy piece. Yeah, 20. So many details. I think that upbeat has a different quality. So we have bar 20, bar 21. It's something more sitting, something more rustic about it, something more dancing. So this so that you all feel that in your stomach, this change of character. For example, in the viola voice, that you really enjoy this upbeat to the middle of the bar. Then 26, did you try it once not to play it forte? Here, in my score, I have only sforzato written. What you do is, of course, valid. And
no, you didn't. I guess the last dynamic is forte, that's what I mean. But we could try.
Ah, really? Where?
In 9 by 9.
Yeah, okay.
But then there's like the piano in 29, which we thought was subito piano.
Yeah. No, I would definitely say that this is subito piano. I mean, I would see this sforzato 3 sforzati in a row anyway as a crescendo at least, but I would just be curious to hear, because you're definitely not playing forte before. No. Yeah, play ones from 20 and have a ear for the upbeat to the middle of 22, and then try once 26. Yeah, try it once more, a bit more convincing, maybe. Something ghostly, shocking in that way. It's anyway shocking. You can just play 2 as before. Yeah, nice. For me, your trills sound a bit academic. I think they can be faster and they can just be more character and then like really exaggerated fun. Yeah, I would try to go more for this kind of. Doesn't like something that wants to hold back. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about the piano? About the
soft? It'd be really nice for the repeat, maybe.
Yeah. There's also something about the trills before that. What you do now is more or less getting softer now. But one could also, of course, see the chain of trills also as something that. So you could lead with the last 2 beats also into 26 into a forte. You can try that as well if you want. Yeah, let's go once more from 20 and maybe try once just one more version with 26 and piano, but really releasing then. Nice. And I think 32, you can open more. Feels a bit like almost the opposite, like you're too worried about. Really, you can turn to the audience and sunshine. I have in 28, I don't have a slur. Maybe that would. I don't know if you what. You do have slurs, okay. Which edition do you have also?
The new pieces.
The new pieces.
New pieces, okay. Yeah, it makes sense, but I was just thinking it could be even more, even stronger. But I mean, it sounds also good, and yeah, it makes sense. Let's do once more, and you try a version where you lead into 26 into a forte with the last 2 trills. I wish I could hear more of these pizzicati. 36. I think you can exaggerate them a bit because otherwise they get lost a bit in the short articulation anyway of the arco. So make something out of them. 32 was nice, and just I think don't close too much on the trill yet. Just stay. And then I wish at least in one of the repeats. I wouldn't twice. Just play because it's so much fun. This music, and then also in 36 the offbeats. He's such a great composer. Play from 32 and you can try once there. 32. Nice. I think if I would place the lower D this way, then I would see the high D as finish, and then the low D as upbeat. And if you play it in time, then the low D as finish. So yum bum, elegantly, no? Dum dum, or dum bum bum dum. So you can try once, just 33, and you just finish all together on the first 8 note and don't continue playing. Just play that once. Yeah, exactly, as an upbeat. Yeah, once more. Yeah. And then you continue. You take a break together, and then he gives an upbeat. But already the low D with the character of again, this kind of more rustic dancing. Yeah, try once more. It's good. Okay. I like that a lot, and you can do that in in the repeat, or you can also do it all the time. I would enjoy it. Just 32 is a bit timid, and especially to the high note. Just I think more bow. Yeah. Just anytime you play that, think of. Enjoying it. The offbeats, I think you play them the same with your bow as you play on the beat. So I think they need extra. Like even shorter, even spikier maybe, to really do something to change character as well. We can once more 33 because I like it so much. And still 36, I think I would like more pits. Because he plays it also on with a bow, so I hear mostly the bow D. So do it quite a lot. Okay, let's go from same place once more. It's one more or less bar. Sorry. Something like this maybe. The final 3 bars feel a bit so maybe something like this, a little comma after the one of bar 40, bar 39. No? Yeah, I like your pets in 36, very nice. Yeah, play from there, from 36, and then you can continue. Maybe just because before I didn't listen to the accompaniment properly, let's do once more from 32 and just hear the difference between the offbeat and onbeat 8 notes. One last time, yeah. Good. Yeah, can go on. Nice. Yeah, also there you make a nice kind of arch in this sforzato sequence, but I mean all these sequences are quite baroque in the ear, and for me they feel a bit in the accompaniment articulation a bit. I think they can have more contour in the bow and the articulation, so and I know you have the sforzato on the downbeat, but I think on a syncopa, the syncopated note also always has a bit of a accent. Syncopa is, I think, an accent by nature. So I think don't completely play legato. And then 41. Do you have a sforzato? I have this.
No. Just 40.
Okay, I have it in brackets. Is there any comment? No comment about it. Yeah, I guess it's just forte then. And then in bar 43, also just forte?
No, 43 is.
43 is sforzato. And 43 also. I have it for first violin written, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this 41 is also a bit of a shock, no? The G. Maybe play bar 38 once more, like the last 3 bars of the first half, and then go once more into 41. Now here we have again this Baroque sequence from 59. All the bit before is nice. I think you're a bit too worried of when you have your 8-note accompaniment from 55. You're a bit too worried to be together with them, but you are the moving voice. They listen to you, so you don't need to look at them. Just play, and because in 56 then it slows a bit down, and I'm not quite sure if it's on purpose. It feels a bit insecure, but just. But the colors, everything very nice. But then from 49, the dynamic dip you do, I think, makes sense harmonically and kind of to have some kind of program in the sequence. Dramatic program is good, but I think until the recap, it should just stay in something more dramatic and just stay extroverted and not dip too much into a piano. I think you can go a little bit lower than what you start with, but I think it should stay extroverted and it should stay, Baroque kind of violin virtuosic passage. And is it a choice that you play the accompaniment 8 notes kind of bom, 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 bom? To me, they sound almost like he would have written quarter notes. How you play them. Like I would articulate the 8 notes shorter than what you do. And also in the spirit of this kind of, Baroque extrovert, a little bit jump, 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 yum, bum, bum, bum. Try that from 59. Yeah, I think that's better, but I think you can play all more out. And already how you give it, it's very there's no audience, we're rehearsing, but I think also when you rehearse, just always train yourself to also body language wise to just transmit the feeling of the music. So just it's also more fun then to play if you do that. Okay, once more, the same place. Very nice, and I think also in the articulation. So to change, to vary character in these kind of sequences, you don't only have dynamic, which you did before, just bum 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 bum. But you also have articulation, so dum 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 bum yum bum 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 bum. So in 61 I would play them even shorter than before, because we are in a more majory feeling. And then 64 I see that you play with lots of bodes forzato on the C, but I need more. I need to hear it more. So maybe even more. And then the sforzato, especially on your E sharp, also gets lost a bit. You need to work more for the drama there. Once more, same place. And also this last chord, I understand what you want, and it's perfect, but it feels a bit la, yum, just for that kind of stroke, I think he would have written a half note, but it's yum, it's desperate, and he was in this whole last sequence was, these two sforzati are kind of little catastrophes. One last time, and then we continue. Nice. And there I would then really go for something maybe resonating a bit more, something like what you said in the beginning, sad but with bit dignity, not too jumpy in the accompaniment, maybe. Here it's clear that we are in B minor, not in D major. So just recap. Yeah, I'm a bit confused here. I'm a bit confused with your dynamic structure. He writes forte and then he stays. And so for me, 71, you close too much and then it's suddenly too much cello. I think stay, don't go into a, sometimes you phrase off too much into a piano. And then also not but yeah, you see just character change, but not dynamic change too much, because then it falls a bit apart into little bits. And then also that all of this stays within forte, because now you played kind of, if I remember right, I think 74 and 76 you played it quite soft, and then when the trills came you had to play more because there's cadence coming, and so stay within the realm of forte. Just recap. Same for me, a bit same here, 83 as in 67. We had all this, and then comes the moment of like complete, being completely lost. So you can really yum. Let's go from 77. Very good. Here again the 7, I think, and yeah, you see also in bar 102 he doesn't write on the first beat the dum bum. I mean, of course, or he doesn't repeat it. He can't go lower, but because here we are in minor, it would be out of place to play something charming or funny there. No, it's a driven here rather than charming. I think in these bars 84, 5, 6, there can be more question marks, and the breaks can be filled more with like. It feels a bit you're counting and continuing. And you can like really listen to the silence. And then the next bit for me could also be more question. For me, it's a bit too much growing. What is it? Like losing the voice almost. And then the sforzato, I think you do articulation, but I think sforzato on upbeat also can mean more time to come out of this world of being lost in the shade or fog. Yeah, but yeah, I think that's all very good. Did you want to play another movement, or do we? It's already 11, but is the next group already here? Too bad, because do you want to play a bit of it? Because I mean, he's not here yet. Too. Charlie, he's outside.
Oh, no. Shall I check?
You can check maybe. If he's here, then. He's locked outside. He wrote me.
He's outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Next time.
Yeah, next time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.